What about you and Conor McGregor? Are you interested in that?
Yeah, he'll never do that, though. He knows. He knows way.
One, he's under contract. And
he's
two,
not his own boss. And it's funny to say, like, yo, Conor McGregor is scared of Jake Paul and will never box him, but it's the truth. And look at him go toe-to-toe with Nate Diaz, who was easy work for me. It was like a Monday sparring session to beat Nate Diaz's ass. So he doesn't ever want the smoke with me. It won't ever happen.
Conor McGregor has called out Jake Paul following his victory over Mike Tyson. McGregor, known for his bold persona, challenged Jake to a potential fight, adding fuel to the ongoing rivalry. This call-out has fans speculating about a high-profile clash between the two, with both fighters known for their outspoken nature. Jake Paul recently claimed that Conor McGregor is afraid to face him in the boxing ring. Jake dismissed McGregor's decision to fight Nate Diaz, labeling Diaz an easy go for himself. He stated, "Conor doesn't want to fight me because he's afraid." This bold accusation has sparked intense debate among fans, with some seeing it as another of Jake's attempts to provoke his desired opponents into fighting him. Jake has a history of calling out prominent fighters, and McGregor's hesitance adds fuel to his narrative. The fact that Conor chose to fight Nate Diaz instead of responding to Jake Paul's challenges only strengthens Jake's confidence. Jake's claims not only question McGregor's readiness, but also create anticipation for what might follow in their ongoing rivalry.
Listen, I called it. I always call it. And this time, Jake Paul has called out Conor McGregor saying it's time to fight. Yeah, that's why he beat up Tyson, yeah, in order to show I can roll with the big boys. And now it's time to roll with you.
Building on his victory over Mike Tyson, Jake Paul is now determined to fight Conor McGregor. Jake reportedly took the fight with Tyson to prove he could stand toe-to-toe with legendary fighters and solidify his position in combat sports. He aims to use the win as leverage to secure matches with other big names like Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor, and Daniel Dubois. Jake's approach of strategically selecting fights to enhance his brand has been a recurring theme in his career. By defeating Tyson, Jake believes he has demonstrated that he can challenge even the most accomplished athletes. Now, he is positioning himself as a legitimate contender for fighters like Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor, but not roll like in a dirty, like, get your mind out of the... Like, fight, we're gonna fight. Now, I'm calling Conor McGregor's team, and I'm like, mate, I'm gonna show you how to fight, because your last boxing fight wasn't all that.
Conor McGregor was quick to share his thoughts on the highly publicized fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. McGregor stated that the matchup was ill-conceived, adding, "It wasn't a good idea." Despite his criticism, he wished Mike Tyson well and showed little interest in the bout, calling it matchless due to significant differences between the two competitors. McGregor's dismissive attitude toward the fight underlines the disconnect between traditional combat sports and Jake Paul's entertainment-focused approach. McGregor's comments also suggests that he sees no real value in associating himself with the Jake versus Tyson spectacle.
Thoughts on this Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight?
Oh jeez, I don't. It's a bit strange. You know, is my interest? The interest is low, and I don't know. I don't really. I don't understand it. So,
any difference between this one and...
I wish well for Mike.
The Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight sparked widespread controversy. While some viewed it as a spectacle, others felt it undermined the spirit of boxing. Fans and critics alike expressed disappointment with the match. Even boxing insider Mike Furry commented, "It was fantastic, but it wasn't a fight." He further emphasized that the event was all about marketing, with both fighters making tons of money. This controversy has added to Jake Paul's reputation as someone who prioritizes financial gain over genuine competition. The fight's aftermath has only fueled criticism of Jake's carefully crafted strategy to remain in the spotlight.
Watching Netflix on Friday night, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson?
Yes, I was. But what did I make of it? I think commercially and a business sense, thought it was absolutely fantastic. Both men made a ton of money. So best of luck to them. Congratulations. As far as the boxing fight, it wasn't a fight. It was a tip and tap. Don't hit me, I won't hit you. Circle the ring a little bit. Make it look good. That's all it was. So I don't really make too much of it.
Jake Paul didn't hold back when calling out Conor McGregor on Twitter. He tweeted, "Dear Conor, I know you told my team you would fight me at 170 pounds. That's never happening. But let's run it in MMA. No weight class. Just like how it used to be done. But you won't." This direct challenge was a clear attempt by Jake to bait McGregor into a fight. By suggesting an MMA match with no weight class, Jake is trying to flip the narrative and make McGregor appear unwilling to face him. The tweet quickly went viral, adding another chapter to their ongoing rivalry. Conor McGregor responded to Jake Paul's tweet with a sarcastic sarcastic video. In the clip, McGregor appeared to mock Jake, indicating that he wasn't taking him seriously. The response, while lighthearted, showcased McGregor's indifference to Jake's challenge. This exchange further highlighted the contrasting personas of the two fighters. While Jake thrives on provoking his opponents publicly, McGregor's dismissive attitude suggests he sees Jake as unworthy of serious consideration. Interestingly, Conor McGregor initially engaged with the buzz surrounding the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight by tweeting several remarks which seemed to stir the pot and add fuel to the ongoing spectacle. McGregor, known for his fiery personality and knack for generating drama, had previously commented on various events in the boxing world, and his tweets about Jake Paul appeared to be part of that trend. However, shortly after posting them, McGregor deleted these tweets, leaving fans and commentators to wonder why. The deletion of McGregor's comments has sparked speculation on multiple fronts. Some fans believe that McGregor erased the tweets in order to avoid giving Jake Paul any additional attention. It's no secret that Jake has capitalized on controversy and attention, and some think McGregor may have decided that engaging with him further would only serve to boost Jake's profile, something McGregor may not be interested in doing. In this interpretation, McGregor's decision to delete the tweets might be seen as an attempt to not indulge in Jake's games, distancing himself from the online back and forth and maintaining a level of control over his own narrative.
There's even more lore to the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight. So after the fight, obviously we know Jake Paul won already. Conor McGregor went on Twitter to post this. They are eyeing Pritchard Colin for their next opponent. If you guys are not aware, Pritchard Colin was a boxer back in the day that after this one fight, he ended up getting he went into a voluntary state, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But basically, I don't think he has his memories, he's on a wheelchair and stuff.
On the other hand, some fans and analysts view the deletion as a subtle hint of interest in a potential future fight with Jake Paul. McGregor is no stranger to self-promotion and has never been shy about chasing the financial rewards that come with high-profile matchups. By deleting the tweets, McGregor could be signaling that he's not interested in engaging in a public feud just yet, but might be considering the idea of fighting Jake down the line. His move could be a calculated decision to keep the door open future negotiations, allowing the hype to grow naturally without his direct involvement, keeping his options available while still maintaining an air of mystery. The mixed interpretations of McGregor's actions have added an extra layer of intrigue to the entire situation. With his history of unpredictability and strategic public moves, it's difficult to say definitively whether McGregor's deletion was a conscious attempt to undermine Jake Paul or a sign that he's quietly weighing the possibility of a future confrontation. Whatever the true reason behind it, the fact remains that McGregor's involvement, even indirectly, only serves to fuel the fire of speculation, keeping fans on edge about the possibility of this high-stakes showdown.
So it's obvious that he ended up deleting this tweet because he could definitely get canceled for that. But what do you guys think about this? And what do you guys think about what Logan Paul said about him beating Mike Tyson in a fight too? And do you guys think Jake Paul would beat Prime Muhammad Ali? I don't know. He could even knock out Mike Tyson in 8 rounds. Just saying. And do you guys think he could beat Colin? Y'all saw what he said about him too. He says that Colin needs him and he don't need Colin. But yeah, that's the lore so far. Let me know what you guys think.
Jake Paul's transition from a wrestler to a boxer adds a unique dimension to his callouts, including his challenge to Conor McGregor. Despite his wrestling background, Jake has consistently sought out fights with high-profile boxers and MMA stars, making his ambition hard to ignore. Calling out Conor McGregor is still seen as audacious by many fans and critics. Jake's confidence in his ability to compete against seasoned fighters is both a testament to his self-belief and a source of skepticism.
Was he really fighting? Was it fixed? These are some of the conversation that we got to have right now. And then here's the thing. After the fight, Jake Paul calls out Conor McGregor and says, let's fight in the MMA. Guys, watching this in the live stream right now, do you think Jake Paul has a real shot to fight Conor McGregor in an MMA fight? I mean, honestly, guys, in the chat right now, do you think this is a possibility? Do you think that he actually has a chance to fight Conor McGregor? And I'm not saying just get in the ring. I'm saying, do you think that he can actually beat Conor McGregor in MMA? Maybe boxing, they can get in there and do the damn thing a little bit. When you get in MMA, and we're talking about kicks, we're talking about ground and pound, we're talking about takedowns, we're talking about, let's not forget, that Jake Paul was also a wrestler.
Jake Paul is not just looking for competition, he's looking for massive paydays. After defeating Mike Tyson, Jake has his sights set on Conor McGregor as his next big-ticket opponent. A fight with McGregor would undoubtedly generate significant revenue, making it a lucrative opportunity for both fighters. Jake's understanding of the financial side of combat sports is a key driver of his actions. By targeting McGregor, Jake is aiming for another high-profile event that could rival the hype of his previous matches.
But at the end of the day, stepping into the ring, the octagon, that type of fighting is not boxing. This is a whole different kind of deal. This is what Conor McGregor lives for. This is what he's known for. Even now in bare knuckle, we're going to get some bare knuckle fighters coming on the live stream. Might have some people calling in tonight. What I'm saying is, I find it hard to believe that that's going to take place. But they've been talking about it. The buzz is out. The conversation is out.
Critics argue that Jake's pursuit of McGregor, a fighter known for his trash-talking and marketability, is another move designed to generate massive revenue rather than prove his skills in the ring. McGregor is one of the biggest names in combat sports, and a fight with him would undoubtedly bring in huge ticket sales, pay-per-view revenue, and media attention. This would make it a lucrative opportunity, but many critics feel Jake is strategically targeting such fighters not for the competition, but for the financial rewards that come with it. Jake's actions reflect a deeper understanding of the financial dynamics of the fight game, and it's clear that he is playing the game as much for money as for fame. By setting his sights on McGregor, Jake is looking to create another spectacle, a fight that would generate the kind of buzz that his previous bouts did. However, critics continue to question whether Jake is genuinely seeking a test of skill, or if he's simply using big-name matchups as a way to further build his wealth.
This is another opportunity to make a big payday, but this is the first opportunity that Jake Paul puts, not only fighting in danger, his life in danger, fighting in MMA, fighting in the octagon, UFC style. This is a whole different ballgame. This isn't boxing. This isn't regular, type of glove. This is MMA fighting. And Conor McGregor's in bare knuckle right now. That would be awesome if Conor McGregor said, why don't you fight me in bare knuckle? That would make so much money. And that's what it's about right now. Listen, Jake Paul, that's what he does. He gets the payday. He gets people out there getting paid, and that's the most important part of the show right now. And here's a question, you guys. Has Jake Paul proven anything to boxing fans?
Following Jake Paul's victory over Mike Tyson, fans and critics have been vocal about his choice of opponents. On Twitter, a user named Max retweeted Jake's call-out to Conor McGregor with the caption, "Jake Paul took the opportunity after beating a 58-year-old Mike Tyson to call out another retired fighter in Conor McGregor. This man refuses to fight anyone legit." This criticism underscores the growing frustration with Jake's pattern of fighting older or retired athletes rather than current contenders. Many feel that Jake's approach diminishes the competitive integrity of the sport. Despite the criticism, Jake Paul continues to dominate headlines. His call-outs, controversial fights, and calculated marketing moves ensure that he remains a central figure in combat sports discussions. Jake's strategy of provoking high-profile fighters like Conor McGregor keeps him relevant and profitable. By staying in the spotlight, Jake Paul manages to blur the lines between sports and entertainment, creating a unique niche for himself in the world of boxing.
Well, it hasn't even been 24 hours since Jake Paul defeated Mike Tyson in the pair's hotly anticipated fight, but the social media star is already looking to book in his next battle.
Live to our boxing correspondent / 9 US correspondent Reed Butler in Los Angeles. Reed, good morning. Who's next?
Yeah, certainly not wasting any time, is he, guys? Fresh off his thumping defeat of the much older Mike Tyson, the YouTube star turned boxer Jake Paul now has his sights set on Conor McGregor. He tweeted earlier this morning, "Dear Conor, I know you told my team you would fight me at 170 pounds. That's not happening, but let's run it in MMA. No weight class, just like how it used to be done. But you won't."
The aftermath of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight continues to be a hot topic. While the event generated significant revenue, the lack of genuine competition left many fans disappointed. Critics argue that the fight was more about spectacle than skill, further tarnishing Jake's reputation among purists. This disappointment has carried over to Jake's call-out of McGregor, with many questioning whether such a fight would be any different from his previous matches.
The world was hoping for a blockbuster. Instead, we got a fizzer. Tyson never really stood a chance, and even as the rounds progressed, the crowds actually started booing and some in the audience walked out altogether. Netflix, the streamer which broadcast the fight, also copping a fair few blows itself this morning, not just for the lackluster result, but also for its service. You can see there were big problems with buffering and even outages too, infuriating fans right around the world. After all of this build-up, guys, it is easy to think, what was the point of it all? But then you consider the millions in advertising revenue and the huge pay packets for the competitors, tens of millions of dollars each, and it all starts to make a bit more sense.
As Jake Paul continues to call out Conor McGregor, fans are eagerly speculating about what's next for the controversial fighter. While many doubt that McGregor will accept the challenge, the possibility of such a high-profile matchup keeps the conversation alive. Jake's ability to keep fans guessing is a key part of his success. Whether or not the fight with McGregor happens, Jake's actions ensure that he remains a focal point in combat sports.
And also, Jake Paul, mate, you smashed a 58-year-old. Like, you're no hero.
I know.
Don't you think?
Yeah, but they both collected $60 million.
I think Mike Tyson in his prime would have knocked him out.
Still good, Tyson.
Yeah, he had a couple of good jabs.
You're into
maybe
it.
3. Yeah.
The controversy surrounding the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight gained momentum when Twitter user Warren Budget voiced his skepticism. He tweeted, "Everything was safe and under control for Jake. Bro ain't stupid. He wouldn't risk his career by losing versus a 58-year-old. Mike held back at start not to KO him. Rigged and scripted." This comment echoed the sentiments of many fans who believed the fight was orchestrated to ensure Jake Paul's victory. The idea that the match was manipulated to protect Jake's boxing reputation has sparked a heated debate online. Critics argue that Jake and his team created a situation that minimized risk while maximizing profit, further tarnishing the sport's authenticity. Jake Paul and his team invested immense effort into promoting the Mike Tyson fight as a legitimate contest, focusing on building excitement and credibility for the bout. They framed the event as an evenly matched showdown, despite the glaring age difference between the two fighters. Jake, a young, emerging personality, versus Mike, a 58-year-old boxing legend. Jake's team skillfully dismissed these concerns, crafting a narrative that positioned the fight as a genuine clash of talent and experience. In doing so, they worked to gaslight fans, subtly implying that any skepticism about the fairness of the matchup was unfounded. Their promotional strategy involved relentless social media campaigns, flashy trailers, and interviews emphasizing the fight's potential to be a historic event in the world of boxing. This aggressive marketing approach created a wave of hype and anticipation. Fans were bombarded with promotional content, suggesting that Jake Paul, who has consistently positioned himself as a disruptor in boxing, was facing a true challenge in Tyson. The narrative painted Jake as a rising fighter, taking on a formidable opponent, while also celebrating Tyson's enduring legacy and resilience. By leaning into the spectacle, Jake's team ensured that the fight would attract not only dedicated boxing fans, but also casual viewers intrigued by the unlikely pairing.
We have to watch Jake Paul and everybody around him try to sell this fight and gaslight you into thinking that this isn't a young athlete fighting an elderly man. Okay? I'm not saying Jake Paul is this next level boxing talent. This is a young athlete who is passionate about the sport of boxing, fighting an elderly man who 100% has brain damage and his body is decrepit. Okay? You wanna know why this fight got pushed back? Because this man had a 30-minute dizziness spell that they still don't know how it happened. Brother, Mike Tyson qualifies for a senior discount.
However, despite the build-up, the fight itself failed to live up to the hype. Many fans and critics expressed disappointment with the match, citing its lack of genuine competitiveness. The fight felt more like a staged exhibition than a real test of skill and endurance. Viewers noted that Tyson, though still powerful, held back throughout the match, while Jake appeared to benefit from a strategy that kept him safe from any real threat. This dynamic led many to label the fight as one-sided, orchestrated to ensure Jake's victory and preserve his undefeated boxing reputation. Critics argue that the planning and promotion of the fight were deliberately misleading. By promoting the event as a serious competition, Jake and his team capitalized on the public's expectations for an exciting and unpredictable match. However, the actual fight left audiences feeling deceived, with the outcome appearing predetermined. For many, this was yet another example of Jake Paul leveraging his marketing prowess to prioritize financial gain over the integrity of the sport.
That this is an old man. I'm gonna tell you this. This is what's gonna happen, okay? Jake Paul is going to carry Mike Tyson into the later rounds. If Jake Paul wants to have fun with this, he'll ride this out to a decision. Do not get this twisted, okay? Mike Tyson will probably get flatlined by Jake Paul if he actually tries. Because guess what? One of the first thing that goes when you get older is your chin. Because CTE is a thing. Listen, Mike Tyson in his prime. Obviously, no diffs Jake Paul. That's not what I'm saying here. This is an elderly man. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, everybody in that group is trying to gaslight you into thinking that this is a fair fight.
The controversy surrounding the fight escalated further when a Twitter user named Azar Lone shared an alleged leaked script of the match. The post stated, "The below script is getting viral on the internet by the name-leaked script of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul." The document reportedly detailed each round's events, including specific moments designed to create drama. This alleged script fueled speculation that the fight was predetermined, with fans questioning the legitimacy of Jake Paul's performance. While the script's authenticity remains unverified, its circulation added to the mounting skepticism surrounding Jake's fights and his approach to the sport. Critics have pointed out that Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight was shrouded in controversy due to unusual rules that appeared to benefit Jake Paul. Among these, an alleged contractual clause sparked particular outrage. It reportedly penalized Mike Tyson financially if he knocked Jake Paul out early. Such stipulations, if true, significantly undermined the fight's competitive integrity, fueling accusations that the event was more about spectacle and profit than genuine athletic competition. This alleged clause raised serious questions about the fairness of the bout and whether it was designed to safeguard Jake's boxing reputation. Fans and analysts argued that Tyson, a legendary heavyweight known for his knockout power, may have been restrained by these financial penalties, making it nearly impossible for him to fight at his full capacity. Such limitations would tip the scales in Jake Paul's favor, creating an uneven playing field and casting doubt on the authenticity of the match.
But when Trick Daddy Dollars posted this on Instagram, it really just confirmed and solidified everything. So, Trick Daddy Dollars posted this on Instagram, and I'm going to read it to social media. So, it says the rules for the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight are designed to favor Jake Paul. These include:
the very existence of such stipulations is troubling for purists of the sport, who believe that boxing should be a fair contest of skill and endurance. By allegedly placing contractual restrictions on Tyson, the fight risked becoming a scripted performance rather than a true test of ability. This has only added to the perception that Jake Paul's career relies on carefully controlled circumstances to maintain his winning streak. In the aftermath, critics have pointed to this controversy as an example of how modern celebrity boxing prioritizes entertainment and financial gain over the principles of fair competition. For many, the Tyson fight epitomized the shift in boxing from a storied sport to a commercialized spectacle, where outcomes can be influenced by contractual agreements rather than the fighters themselves.
The contract will incentivize Mike Tyson to lose and give Jake Paul an opportunity to choose himself as a winner. The first stipulation in the contract will punish Tyson for knocking out Jake because he is paid on a sliding scale per round. If Tyson knocks Jake out in the first round, he would receive no money. If he knocks him out in the second round, he would only make a small amount of cash. For Tyson to make the most money, he needs to survive all 8 rounds, which means avoiding knocking Jake Paul out.
The fallout from the fight also brought Conor McGregor into the spotlight. After the match, McGregor posted a tweet referencing Pritchard Colin, a former professional boxer who suffered a traumatic brain injury in 2015 and was in a coma for 221 days due to a brain hemorrhage. Twitter user ZDragon shared McGregor's now-deleted tweet stating, "Conor McGregor is facing backlash because of a tweet he posted right after the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight." McGregor's tweet, though quickly deleted, sparked outrage among fans and critics. Many questioned the timing and intent behind the post, adding another layer of controversy to the already divisive Tyson versus Jake fight. Amid the controversy, Jake Paul wasted no time calling out Conor McGregor for his next fight. Twitter user In The Loop noted the UFC champion's response, tweeting, "Jake Paul calls out Conor McGregor for his next fight. UFC champion responds with meme." McGregor's use of humor to deflect Jake's challenge highlighted his unwillingness to take the call out seriously. Jake's strategy of targeting McGregor reflects his continued pursuit of high-profile opponents to maintain his relevance and expand his brand. However, McGregor's dismissive response suggests that he views Jake as more of an entertainer than a legitimate competitor. That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.